Oh! Wow, that was sooner than expected.
Last time we talked about this.
Immediately.
Oh, okay, never mind. Right, I remember. Howdy. In the Wild West. In America. In America.
Man.
Should I give him a Bandit Keith voice? Or just a Western voice? Oh. Why is there a cloth hanging out?
Vintage or stiff grip?
Where's
Alright, 23rd! Evidence room, sector 3!
There we go.
You're forgetting that it's me, not April May anymore.
It's quiet. Investigation must be over here.
So, this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
It does look like the freezer from Danganronpa.
It does.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Yeah.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me!
Grass and graveyards are scary.
Hey!
Slap you?
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost!
Detective Gumshoe! Is Detective Gumshoe here?
Yes, give me 1 second. I'm having trouble pulling up the window. There we go. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts in the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard?
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man?
Yes.
Fuck you! Heck, if anyone asked me, "Sir, can I borrow $50?" I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire, knock yourself out.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police Gant. Loan anyone $50? Even me?
Still poor.
Hold on, loading for me.
Tammy, hello.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
I wanted to test something, but if you guys are playing,
We did just start.
oh, okay. Cause like it looks like I figured out how to stream my iPad to my Mac, so we might actually be able to have our stream.
Wait, what?
Or
Nice.
Can you stream
QuickTime
stream from mobile now?
version. I'm gonna test it real fast.
I think they just added a stream from mobile option though, didn't they?
Oh, it works.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I did this. Wait,
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, we can see.
It's working.
Whoa!
so like if I draw like wait, that's too big. If I draw this, it's good, right? Yeah.
Yes. Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
I'm
getting close.
to try and be like, wow, I'll finally finish my art piece by asking you to fix all the colors for me.
God damn
Like
it.
y'all are playing, so I
We've
can't.
been got.
Wait, so how do you get that?
So apparently you can do it through QuickTime Player and having a cord, a USB cord to connect your computer to your iPad or phone. And I first of all I got the older version of QuickTime that actually lets you record movies because that's what gets the screen share. And at first it wasn't sensing my iPad, but apparently just plugging it out and plugging it back in multiple times until it senses my iPad works. Yeah, so now we can do art stuff and y'all can help me choose colors because my art piece is never going to be finished if I don't choose a color and I'm like, oh.
I can get that going. I can actually look them up. Not bookmark. Actually,
yeah.
wait.
Oh.
Wait. It I get that going, we could stream the 3DS game. That's what used to be. Because Destiny's and Justice are all.
I appreciate your Kaya wallpaper.
Every time I open my tablet, I get like this small rush of serotonin from seeing the funny, sad Kaya.
I commissioned it
Oh yeah, Leslie commissioned it.
Oh, you commissioned it, wow.
on his birthday.
She wants to make a sad Kaya, and I got you. Look, we can play Genshin Impact. I don't know
Oh,
how
you figured out how to stream it?
it worked after I plugged it in and out a few times.
Not mine.
Does it only work on Mac?
I think it's easier if you actually have a Windows.
Oh, really?
Because I think you have more options. Actually, maybe I shouldn't show you my gallery because it's really weird. It's filled with all the characters where I get too lazy to draw clothes, so it's just like a lot of like clavicle and shoulders and like sometimes the chest.
Judges needs to be ready.
Don't look at me. You can't physically because you can't see it on the screen. Alright, I can stop live streaming so y'all can get into the Ace Attorney. Thank you for joining me on this beta testing movie.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Now we know.
The secrets.
Now. We'll try it out.
How ass inside.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Oh, I'm doing something to music. Actually, what was that accent? Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today?
Boss for a day.
Guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, we'll have this.
Is that thing really slow for you?
It is also slow.
Yes.
It's like kind of stuttery more than it is slow.
You have so many tabs! Ah!
Just what? Oh, here.
It's still a lot.
How much is a lot?
More than, well, I guess it depends on the person. For me, it's like more than 8.
How did you my tabs? Wait, what's the thing?
When you alt-tab, we could see how many tabs were in your Google Chrome.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot more earlier.
Firefox.
I
Oh my goodness.
Very frequently
I see. No, hold on.
actually, I'm gonna exit out of Ace Attorney and start it up. Just to...
Yeah.
Alright.
Make
I
sure
wonder
you
what that's
save.
happened more recently now.
Make sure you save.
Yeah, don't forget to save. Yeah, I wonder why that's been happening more recently for you. It's weird.
It could be because like I have more and more stuff on my computer. Because I've been getting stuff on my computer, and so I remember Austin saying I get more stuff when my computer runs slower. So I kept thinking that could be one of the reasons why the computer's been.
Yeah, that's true.
The computer's been like very loud recently. I don't know why.
It's chugging.
Yeah. Maybe the videos, the days worth of footage you have.
Maybe you have some like programs in the background that are just taking up all your memory.
Yeah, that could be possible too.
Yeah. Start up again.
Turned with water and marshmallows.
Sweet. I'm trying to look up how to do the
Hello, welcome back.
iPad Discord stuff.
Well, I've been in the virtual world for the last hour.
Understandable.
Did you have a test or something?
Oh, Project Man recently came out, and it's really cool VR.
What's your game?
Which game?
He cut off.
Game did you say?
My boy cut off.
Man.
Something man. That's what I heard.
Project
Oh,
Wingman.
Project
It's like-
Wingman. Okay.
Project Wingman. Your mic sounds different. Are you using something else, or? Oh,
What's up, Zong?
Mandatory? 'Cause it's this.
Oh, it's weird. Oh, I should. I'll be back. I need to switch boots.
I gotta use it anymore.
Yeehaw. Yeah, it's working now.
It seems fine.
Yeah. Wait, what are we waiting for?
Yeah. Sam radio.
Oh, sorry, dear. Come on, we're back. Detective, here's my attorney's badge.
Hold on. You show that to me every time we meet that.
Oh,
That was Zong.
Real men show that police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
Wait. Allow me to say one thing. Speaking of detectives. I see a piece of evidence that nothing about. I say nothing.
That's fine.
Bet it's fine, pal. That's all I can see. Bet it's fine, pal.
I'm stream slaving. Could you take a look at this? I came in here on the day of the stabbing.
Ah, I heard the rumors.
What is it?
That's a good number.
It's not your ID number, Detective. Is it, Detective Gonshu?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
Second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What?
Daddy.
Why would anyone have come to the evidence room?
So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here, in the police department.
But if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. They're gonna take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Ha! Of course! I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open? Oh, did we just do this?
Yep.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, sorry. I was somewhat minus 3. And also reading about Discord. Paying attention, I swear.
Ooh.
God, it's so slow.
No, I caused it to be slow.
There you
It's all your fault, Sophia.
I know, my apologies.
Get the fuck out of here.
Slow before Sophia.
Goodbye. Ah.
Alright. Did Edward save that? Or not Edward. Gumshoe?
Well, let me see.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Never mind.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
Guess this is what you call fate.
That's what you call foolish ready.
Mr. Edward just can't get away from that case.
That case.
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every lock is fixed, so only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why? I'm on my third card since entering the forest already.
That's like a lie.
Yeah, But even I can't lose my own right hand. Oh no, that's what you think.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is encoded with a fingerprint. So the only lock that we can open is our own.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Is that the
Funny. They look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick for the handles, see?
The handles?
The other side of the handles is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it,
You get a shock.
that's what happened. And we'll be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. That sounds like good useful there.
Ooh.
Detective Goodman's note. That switchblade knife. That Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know. 2 years ago. That was the first time the world of Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
Guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case. Now that was a bloody, violent case.
Violence? So it was a murder?
Serial killing.
Serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumor mill.
Rumors? About forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, you see.
So that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker itself?
Bruh. This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. But I always misunderstood, pal.
Art?
Just dancing around proudly on the day of the awards ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So, they took the blue badger away for a while.
Really? Why?
Oh, I said it was shameful. Shameful. I toil night and day.
I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they did it.
Wow! This big pile of junk in the corner.
That looks like a cardboard.
There's the pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
Oh?
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. When they caught him.
Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
There's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence lock was open recently.
How do you know?
You leave things hanging out like that, evidence gets dirty or ripped. God checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had to breathe down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't pin his shirt under that trench coat either.
If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal.
Some sort of bulky equipment is scattering dust here.
What a sorry looking fishing pool that is.
Ah! Green shot. Why is it black? Oh, there we go. I never did get around to using it.
Wait, I've seen that somewhere before.
Right, pal. That's the that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember?
Ah, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before.
Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy solving some case sooner or later.
That cheap-looking box?
You can't judge a person or machine by that cover. You gotta look at their heart.
Bloody handprints. What's this? Blood!
It's a little worn, but there is definitely a handprint there.
It looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room?
We should use her testing food to check it out.
Look, this one's open! And the red indicator light above it is still lit.
That locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker?
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. Oh yes.
It's empty. He must have taken the contents elsewhere.
Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it.
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe, bruh.
Who is this going off? You clowns. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what sheet these pieces were in before whenever it was broke.
You want to try to put it back together?
Look, pal, that's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Oh, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Good luck.
Here we go, tampering with evidence.
Well, it's not this actually. Well, this one's kind of annoying, but it's the second part to the pottery that I hated so much. If you know what I mean.
I didn't find that in the second part to be too...
The orientation part. Like later on, later on, the orientation. That part's what you know.
Oh, that part, yeah.
That's just so frustrating. Right? Yeah, so stupid.
Is it the other murder that happened at the same time as the initial one?
Oh yeah, this room where we get to do all the fun little mini games.
Yeah, I've never taken a pottery class, so I apologize.
It's okay, we played Virtue's Last Reward. You got this.
Oh, you're right. That's how okay, come on.
It's okay, don't worry. Gumshoe spent 3 hours on this.
As long as I don't spend 3 hours more than 3 hours, I'm okay.
3 hours later.
I hate this. Oh, no, I wasn't trying to do that. Wow.
Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are still missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Wait, how'd you... Wait, what? If you don't have a piece, then you can't... How do you...
You have no clue. Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, doesn't look like the most stable kind of job.
I kind of understand how it got broken. What is saw and paint doing here?
Since the dawn of time. True art has always been war against oppression. Damn.
War against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger?
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here? In the evidence room?
Where he messes with the evidence, obviously.
This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams.
It won't open.
Did you really think it would?
Hey pal. Yeah, sorry. Hey pal, my head falling. Our security's high tech around here.
Oh, tab for court record?
Yeah, probably. E to spray.
Thank you. Enter is put in like the most awkward place.
What's this? Enter to examine.
What? A reaction here.
There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey. That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminal testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. Freddy doesn't already know about it. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Emma?
Amazon? I always buy it by mail order.
Me and Amazon?
Oh. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans.
I knew it. This is someone's right handprint.
What? What's the matter, detective?
This locker, it's mine.
It's yours?
Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans.
Counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
No.
What? But you're a detective. Don't trust anyone, not even yourself.
I believe so.
I thought there would be one on the floor, just because I thought blood would drip down, but...
Yeah, but I thought there was one over here.
Keep spraying it all over the floor. Ah, there's...
Whoa, well, that's a lot.
Ouch.
Bum, bum, bum. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker.
I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Hey, pal, look at the time.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
Just that Mr. Edgeworth Inquiry Committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give them my report for the day. Nice restaurant. It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he needs a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. Later.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too.
Yeehaw.
The radio's over there.
the 23rd! High Prosecutor's Office! Room 1202!
Her name came in with
Oh, you're back.
F.
What's he doing in Edgeworth's room?
Ah, guests. My apologies.
Oh, it's you.
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Farewell. Off you were saying. Goodbye.
Is Edgeworth here?
Sir, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Brooding. Right.
He has the hotel bring him tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am.
By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you.
Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me, somehow.
The real info is on the other side.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case over a cup of tea?
I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe I'll just show my best evidence I can get some reaction out of him. So how did the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communication error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes. Apparently, there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again.
Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago.
Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However,
Something happened?
they gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
Police department.
Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still.
Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Oh, right, I'd better check this now.
As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less.
The chief of police?
You wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. You told me you wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it.
Why does it look like he's smiling there?
Also,
It does look like he's smiling.
Also, this case, people think is, or the screwdriver is from the Able May case. If anyone remembers, in the
Thing that was in the drawer?
yeah. Stubborn as always. I have told you there's nothing to do with the current case. I like talking to you about myself because I'm arrogant and I'm cool. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right?
It all has to do with that case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in.
You were the man who revived the worst memory in my life. I figured you'd be telling me about this sooner or later.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that.
Daddy.
Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
The yesterday incident was the heinous serial killing case.
Heinous?
Heinous serial killing case. Head of investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, David Gant.
That wacky old Coots was involved in the 2 years ago too then.
He was a tough officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
Wants to know is why it was a deputy chief of police.
I don't get nervous around Phoenix, but I'm not going to imagine. True.
Don't worry, we see you sweating.
In truth, I use slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with vicious murder. If I let him go, the blood would be in my hands. We won a guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't?
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I would do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you're still studying forensic science,
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have some use for this.
aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Edgeworth, I'm really...
I know.
This is a really interesting sprite. I can't make up his expression. What kind of expression it is?
smug.
No need
This
to...
is his blank face.
His resting bitch face. No need to thank me. Here, take your powder. What?
I was gonna say, I don't know whether he's like looking straight ahead. I just think of peacocks or something.
Wait, see that in Sandwolf Edgeworth, though.
Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks! How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well?
Fuck him.
Oh, I didn't know you.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right! I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere.
Thanks for the white powder, Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't get...
It's your
horse.
Smooth.
Alright, shake Marshall.
Right. Evidence room, sector 3.
Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
Her finger.
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose a finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
I'm starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With enter. See?
Ah. It looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
With E! Exciting, I know.
When
Imagine
the
you're blowing out
DS...
the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Remember when the DS had a microphone and you literally had to blow into your microphone to do some things?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks like fun! It might take some getting used to though.
It's fine. It won't go in your nose or anything, unless you want it to.
Burning
You
aluminum
just
to
pour
this.
the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
Fingerprinting is actually just another name for
I guess I better give it a try.
Like line up the excess powder with the ID card into a straight line.
That was
it away.
I really feel like we're out of time right now.
Crime scene vibes to study too. Aha! You did it! You found one!
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigation.
Hey.
But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the blood. It's not outside the blood, is it?
Outside. Oh, I see.
Outside.
Are the controls hard?
Well, it's because like, the enter key is like right above the arrow keys. So
Oh yeah.
it's like you have to use one hand basically. I don't know.
Answer.
This is easy around the DS touchpad.
Did Edward just give us an unlimited supply? Yay! Print so clear, it's dazzling.
Dazzling?
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's smash it up right away.
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints will we most likely find on this evidence locker?
It's kind of fun, like looking at like who their fingerprints
Hot second, that sounded like a Pokemon, like Pokeball.
Cloud shoe.
I found that very amusing.
So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe.
Go, Gumshoe. Use blue badger.
I can't believe he murdered him.
Wow.
You tackle.
Gumshoes are...
We caught Gumshoe.
Cut salary on Gumshoe.
Red pin.
Payday.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out.
The top left.
Should he? This is where we got a luminal food reaction, right?
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, wants to try using this?
There go her eyes sparkling again. Okay, let's check for prints.
That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using chemical.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Can you?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try and find prints that weren't wiped away.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Might need more edges. It's worth a lot of edges. Hey, these fingerprints, they...
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall!
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma? This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh. Oh!
And we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints. On the white, the blood stain.
But Why would Officer Marshall?
It looks like our investigation is finally turning out something. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
Dun 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 dun.
Dude.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you want to do some of the trial? Or do you want something?
It's 10:30, but if everyone's busy.
I'm just scared that, like, once we stop the trial, it'll be hard to find a stopping point.
That's true.
I can
I feel
Yeah.
like this is a pretty big reveal, yeah.
I can see. Let me see. I have the transcript. Let's see. What's the potential stopping point?
Innovation is out.
Yeah, so I just saw. I'm going to purchase it.
I gotta download it.
I think I can get a CD. Although, great, I don't have a CD player. So that would be a problem.
Do computers have CD players these days?
Not
Apparently
really.
not.
Not really.
Ultra thin laptops, there's no space in them.
You have to like buy a USB disk drive.
Yeah.
Like my mom asks me all the time. To like download music from her, from her CDs, so she can get it on her phone. That's such a process just to like use it just.
Ripping,
Yeah. Oh god, technology. But I miss CDs. I like CDs.
yeah, they're good.
What is it? Transcript. Rise from the Ashes. Part 2.
Ooh, there's some vinyls remaining.
Yeah. Well, so actually, I was gonna ask, what is everyone's final schedules like?
My finals,
check on one of them.
yeah. My finals are mostly just assignments and stuff, so I am, with the potential exception of Monday, I'm pretty, and this Friday's a little risky, but everything else is good.
Alright. Anyone else?
Oh, my finals are on Wednesday, but they're like, none of them are at night. So, I'm pretty much good on finals week. And I don't really need to study either, because they're not really studying finals.
Who else is it? Student.
I should be good. I mean, I don't study for finals.
I admire that.
I admire your,
Proceed.
I just YOLO and then I walk away with a good grade. So I
YOLO.
don't know why other people don't do that.
Just get good.
Get good. I mean,
it's the truth of
Oh, Jack, have you tried any of the Savage drinks?
not these ones.
Hmm.
Do we want to do a little bit then today? Just for fun.
I used to do Savage.
I used to do Savage.
I think we could probably try to get through, the first witness.
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe. Y'all gonna keep going then?
Yeah. Oh, you
How long do you expect?
30 minutes, if we can kind of go too fast.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm putting so much time to draw this gem that no one's gonna see behind the hair.
24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lawyer Number 2.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as... After all, Wow.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was gonna be talking today. The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes.
Lana!
I'm just as surprised as you. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope it didn't hold you too long for questioning.
Just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. Same, bro.
So, how'd it go?
It says Mr. Wright suspects the police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told him the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
Also, random question, but what do you need to play a vinyl?
You need a record player.
Record player.
That's hard to get, isn't it?
Not hard, it's just expensive.
I don't know.
There's like,
I mean,
Yeah.
they
There's
still
cheap
make them
ones.
because audiophiles are dumb and will buy anything. But yeah, it's expensive.
There's like cheaper ones, but like you want a good one because then the audio output is good versus like a shitty speaker.
Are you like trying to be aesthetic or something?
No, I'm just like, I'm just curious. 'Cause, like, I always
It's innovation, you can buy a vinyl. Yeah.
theoretically, people 3D print things to play their vinyls.
Oh, well that's cool.
Because they mostly need a needle and then an amplification device. So as long as you can get it steady enough, it works.
Engineer.
Science is amazing.
Science.
Science, ooh.
Teachers now think of science.
What if
Teachers
Emma
now, old
is
man.
the Bill Nye the Science guy of Ace
Consider this.
She walks up to Phoenix and she's like, science? Ooh.
Science! She does like little TikTok dances on the bus as we're like going from place to place.
Oh god. She's the zoomer.
But Lana, don't tell me you.
My regrets. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Miss Sky.
Hmm?
We found trace evidence of a certain person in Parton's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, huh?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
You have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
Right, 24 at 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
prosecution is...
You'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department and the prosecutor's office. And the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But not physically possible, is it? It's more. I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as a prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which you proceed will reveal itself.
Now, that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait.
Stop bluffing, Wright.
Trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
It's the so-called murderer.
That's what a suspect is, Judge. Things are getting wild from the get-go.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekin, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. Again. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like from you is, sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Help me, sir!
Officer Meekins.
Yes, sir!
Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order.
Yes, sir! As you wish!
Is he saluting in his ID card photo?
After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. Oh.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Sir.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. That I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you!
I never prepared for his, what's it called? His microphone.
The Megan Stanley motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted, and the colleague helped you gain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more info to work with. Hold it! In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct?
Nicely, sir. I have one right here around my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right?
What? What about it? You still play it? I don't play it, but I still have it.
Found it. This is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 498-9596. That's my number, sir.
I see. Huh? But number 498-9596 is shown as being used twice.
Please explain, witness.
No real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Hold it! What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
Oh, I don't look the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife?
I ran him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
I see. He must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then, the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir!
Hold it! About what time did you regain consciousness?
And sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Me?
Yikes.
Oh. Right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now.
This is what he was telling us yesterday.
Well, we need to try and skim some more details from him. For starters, what was an officer from the General Affairs Department doing in there in the first place?
Right. Let's press him for all he's worth.
Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes. No, there's a scary thought.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime. That many officers given special tasks not ordinary report.
In charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. I was then sure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what do you see when you got there?
Hold it! So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir! A knife!
The Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Whoa! With me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. Strangling. That's how I got this gash in my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
I saw the blood trickling down my arm. I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man who sought to murder really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins.
With regard to that, sir. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief?
Delivered it?
Is that videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Objection! What? Wright specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
Made a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Then, let's have a look. Show us the videotape of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into?
Oh, it's so exciting.
I did not draw the clothes. That was done.
Oh no.
Blue Badger did
no.
This is even worse.
I remember doing this section.
The number of times I saw this video playing this game.
Like how everybody who's played this game is like, oh god, this part.
Oh, it's him!
Oh, it's 3D. What the heck?
It's really weird seeing like these characters move in like real time.
Going.
Why is the badger in there though?
Just said, because he moved it. Oh, the flag.
Dude, 21. Oh no.
Rip.
Even have non-static cameras in the evidence room. Just get two, bro. It's not that hard.
God, listening to this game is annoying after a while.
Phoenix.
Continue saluting.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
That is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir.
Please don't get us smoking.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smooth?
Anyway, tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity took place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
Fingerprints?
Each detective is given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
I know he has some secret twin brother.
Hold it! About these lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir.
I wonder what kind of methods he's trying.
Open the locker's lock. which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir! And this too!
Hold it! How do you know that information?
Sir? From people in the know, sir?
People in the know.
Workers in the department cafeteria, sir! They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir!
For the record, the other locker did indeed belong to Detective Quigley. I verify this information to the more reliable source.
Victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints.
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face.
Sir! If I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is. Unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Oh dear.
Is there a problem with the security video?
Big flame or no?
Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? You contains such a contradiction.
Objection! Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction.
Why? You would want me to point it out.
Should again.
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let's further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out the problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Do kids these days know what VHS is?
Yes.
Yes?
I mean, there are some young people around. I guess we don't have any for those films.
The little kids might not know what VHS is. Please don't play it too many times! I can't stand watching this video!
How did this guy ever become a police officer?
Well then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Is the contradiction that indicates the man may not have been Detective Goodman?
Just gonna just be open for a while.
what the answer is, Critton?
It's probably when his thing gets blocked. His face gets blocked. I don't always remember.
Is it the glove?
Oh, that's also true. I think that comes up later. That is Jason.
Weird controls.
Take that! The thing that's strange about this video would have to be this.
No.
Blood on his shoulder?
No, it was supposed to be that you can't.
I do remember what it is if you.
A second, son. I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it.
Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine?
Don't look at me with those bleary eyes.
Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think this through again.
Now what do I do? Very well, let's try this again.
Remember, every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt.
Says the one pointing his finger at us.
Falling out of the locker.
Take that! The thing that's strange about this video.
Well, you just skipped it.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise.
The point?
What you're looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates that man may not be Detective Goodman.
Oh, yeah.
Who walked into the defense's trap?
I'll place him under arrest, sir.
Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now what do I do?
I totally know the answer, sir. That's just no penalty.
Blue Badger. The Blue Badger is the thing that's strange. I don't think so. Why would not seeing his face mean that he's not Detective Goodman?
Or the glove, I don't know.
You want me to tell you what I think?
Sure.
Or do you want to... I'm thinking it's the glove, because, like, the point is, like, oh, he opened his locker, but if there's a glove in it, then you can probably, like, jam it so that it doesn't lock.
That's why
But that might be too far ahead.
That's what I thought too. I think glove is after.
He's wearing a glove. How would the thumbprint work?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's like really hard. Yeah. Is there a better?
Did you click on the glove? Because you clicked on his face and then you clicked on the paper that fell.
That's the glove. Or cloth, I think.
Yep, so you haven't clicked on his glove, right? Oh, that. Okay, yeah.
Take that!
Yeah. If you rewind just a bit, you can see it.
Is it that the light is on?
Potentially.
The light above the locker is on.
Oh, right.
Alright, because that means it's open, right?
Take that!
Yeah, and then you put the glove afterwards.
The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins.
Do you mean me, sir?
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this.
Why is the music playing again?
When you grab the handle, the sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's matched, the light turns on and the lock is released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow.
When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. Here, notice the light?
What's this? It's already lit!
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
This...
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
Objection! The locker locks are controlled by electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know! It must have broken down! Of course, I am not an expert in this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh! Just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor.
But locker locked.
Me, Your Honor. Yes. Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor. Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please, something. Apparently, with the new Google storage policies, if you're inactive,
Yeah, delete your stuff.
if you're
2
inactive
years,
for
but-
2 years, or if you exceed your storage limit for 2 years, they'll just start deleting your stuff. Yep. So if you're inactive or exceed your storage limit for 2 years, they just delete your stuff.
Okay, so like, what about like the... Oh, gravity. Thing goes up. Cool.
So what about your what? What were you saying?
I don't know, like UCSD stuff. Like, cause like now I can keep your UCSD email and probably your drive, right?
Keep your email. You just set up a forwarding so that it forwards any emails that go to your UCSD email to a different email.
No, but your drive, but you also have the drive, Google Drive, right? Like,
Do you? I don't.
I think you can do that, right?
Let me check. Do I still have mine?
Take that! Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
Thank you for not doing the music.
What's this?
Oh my gosh.
Something white fell out of the locker. Hey, what were you saying, Sophia?
I left to go brush my teeth and I come back and y'all are still watching this video.
We've advanced, but you know.
Sure.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened.
No,
I often fall out and roll great distances. Something.
Objection! We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted? Here we are again.
yay.
This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir.
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it also has a lot of electrical currents. It needs to be an insulator, right?
Insulator. But at the crime scene...
There just might have been something that fits the description.
But, sir, by insulator, you don't mean...
I think I finally got this figured out.
Well, will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
Blue Badger itself. So yeah, you do still have your UCSD account. I still have mine, I guess.
the driver?
Take that.
Yeah, you can.
I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
We can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Order! 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 Oh, are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Objection! Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you must mean that, sir. Of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
Very well. Begin your testimony.
Thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
ID card record. I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There are only a few cases up for transferal there, and most of them were cleared up by noon. Oh.
I see. Now, let's move on to the cross-examination.
Hold it! Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
He didn't show me any ID card, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Pen?
Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got.
Hold it! Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards?
This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that?
Yeah, I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time, it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, the ID something.
Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
Anyway, each police officer has only one ID card. But the police officer and the prosecutor's office can't attest to this.
Proceed with your testimony.
Hold it! Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to.
Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman.
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here.
So it is, Your Honor.
Not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind all this.
Mommy, that man is real.
Got the wrong color, kid.
Would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to do regarding some actions or the consequences. Now, let's continue the cross-examination.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
Thank you, Emma.
Objection! Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
Good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Oh? What? Item report? It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe it's something to use like ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
What's all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo.
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the incident of murder. Ergo.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed to be content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't going to end well.
Well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
Oh.
So, the real crime can only take place at one location, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being the smartest guy, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
Activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess?
Is wait and see ever the right answer?
Once? Yeah. Objection! One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me your objection to what you just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
Phoenix.
Business is business. This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder.
And so was there a body in the evidence room? They're just assuming that a murder took place.
Yeah.
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Wait, how do you read my thoughts? Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
The Mandalorian. Oh! Whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requested this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Mr. Wright. Person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name?
Alright, Anna. Sorry, Emma, you're up.
I'm ready.
No, Mr. Goodman himself.
Alright.
It's Mr. Goodman. The good, the bad, the ugly, right?
Time to
Goodman.
cough up the truth.
The Goodman, the Batman, the ugly man.
Well, he thinks he's a cowboy. He's not actually a cowboy. So,
Okay.
Two.
So is Gumshoe a cowboy?
Or he doesn't have a hat. That's right.
Okay. Take that! Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Unfortunately, he works in the police department. We should need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. What do you say?
Oh, gee.
Very, very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
now in recess.
Yay!
Recess.
Kind of like.
Play tag!
You got the murderer.
Yeah. Among Us.
24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
He called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
You're the one who knows everything.
Emma,
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Aww.
Oh. Oh.
Shane's not here.
Oh, is it time to bring back discount Patrick Warburton?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Yay!
Everything.
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What is it?
Dennis was like, save me! I don't want to be in this situation.
You've got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you caught me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, detective.
Hey! I didn't see you there. Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's okay. So, have you got what I've asked?
You mean this, right?
My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name?
Never in a million years. But I thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 instance.
Oh, did it cut out for me?
I guess.
Great. But Lana, that's...
I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here. You might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness?
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Ugh. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Yes.
Huh?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana? The SL9 incident? Is that...
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
Joe Dark. No, Lana! That's over with! No!
Emma, wait!
You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Yeah. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gantz, Miles Edgeworth.
That's me.
Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence.
Knowing you might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I better take a good look at this file.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
no,
all
like,
30 minutes.
See.
How long was Phoenix in school if Edgeworth was already, like, doing cases 2 years ago, but, like...
So Edgeworth started at age 20, so
Phoenix.
actually around 4 years.
Interesting.
Alright, so we shall stop here for today.
Yeah, y'all ended late.
Yeah,
What?
We kind of went a little bit more for the first witness. Because we got to the video. I was like, oh, let's do the video.
Well, because
I see.
we stopped at 10:30, and then we were like,
Like,
it's early.
more
We
witness.
can do the first witness,
Video.
and then the first witness took a long time.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention I'm switching time zones next Monday, so I'd
Forward or
rather
back?
go tonight again because that's 3 a.m. for me.
Wait, what?
Where are you going?
East Coast.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Okay, so we have to try and start early.
Yeah. I mean, I could stay awake, but it's probably not in my best interest.
What's the max?
Who wants to do voice acting at 3 a.m.? Oh boy, 3 a.m.!